sit, and stay on KINS 5, especially if you have a pet and needed some home training. With me is animal behavioralist specialist Kyle Hines. All right, Kyle, can an old dog learn new tricks?
Absolutely. So starting anywhere from 4 weeks of age, you can start training your dog all the way up until they're as old as can be. If they've never learned a trick, they're all able to be trained.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. Now, are they a little harder as they get older, or does it matter?
Not really harder. It's more just training the person more than training the dog. It's how you are doing what you're supposed to with the dog and showing them that this is what you want.
Okay, and can we see a little bit of, of what you do?
Sure, so I'm with San Antonio Pets Alive. I'm their behaviorist and dog trainer, and this is Suki. She's one of our fosters. She's 6 months old, and she's staying with me as a foster right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna show you how to teach a sit. Come here, Suk.
Okay.
So you're gonna take treats, so having
Suki wants to spend some time with me, it looks like.
Yeah, so having a treat pouch is essential when you're doing dog training, and I use little bits of ham because it's high value.
I gotta ask you, where can folks get a pouch like that?
Anywhere. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on,
And what did you call it?
It's a training pouch.
A training pouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Suki.
Makes sense.
Yeah. When we're working, I'm going to take these treats in my hand. Come here, Suk. And I'm going to put them over the top of her head until she sits her butt down. And I'm going yes, and she's going to get the treats, right?
Okay.
So we're also going to use this clicker. It's called. It's for marking. So we're going to mark the behaviors. Come here.
Ah, very nice.
So as soon as her butt hits the ground, I'm going to click and give her a treat so she knows that this sound opens the magic treat hand.
So the clicking, right, exactly, associates that with the treat.
Right, and so we're not going to...
What happens if you accidentally click it?
If you accidentally click it, you still got to give a treat.
Okay.
There's a contract between you and your dog.
Kind of goes to the dog's advantage, I guess, right?
Yep. So also, we're not going to use the word yet, because she doesn't speak English. She doesn't know what the word sit means, so we're not going to use it yet.
So the word is basically the click.
The click, yes. This is the action I want.
That's the advance. That's 102.
Right, yep. Okay. So as soon as she starts doing it on 8 out of 10 times, she does it when she does it, then I'm going to start adding the word. And so before we do it, I'm going to go, come here, sit. Yes. And then eventually she's going to learn that sit means this.
Right.
But you don't want to. You only want to use the command one time. So people that go sit, 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 that's too many.
Okay. For folks that are watching, they're not experts like this. What's a good thing to keep in mind when going through all this?
So you want to keep your training sessions short, so about 5 minutes twice a day.
Okay.
A dog has about the mentality of a 2 to a 2.5-year-old child.
Okay.
So they're going to get ADD very quickly, and you want to have lots of patience. Lots of little steps when you're learning, and don't get frustrated. If you get frustrated, the dog's going to get frustrated.
Right.
And we don't want that.
Now, I think this is pretty obvious, but what are the benefits of teaching dog obedience?
So it strengthens your bond with the dog itself, first and foremost.
They appreciate it.
They do, and you're playing a game. So training is all a game. Everything any of these working dogs do, these big, huge tricks, those are all a game that they play. So it's gonna strengthen the bond between you and your dog. It's gonna make them behave better. And it's going to teach them how to operate in the world where they're good citizens with everybody else.
So it's good for them, it's good for everybody.
Yeah, everybody, yep.
Okay, now, I didn't think about this, but, they need exercise.
Yep.
But is mental stimulation, does that count?
Absolutely. So mental stimulation is one of the parts that are absolutely forgotten in training. So if your dog's real destructive of your house, they're probably bored. So they have a brain.
Yes.
They want to
stay active.
They want to stay active. They want to do stuff. So 15 minutes of mental stimulation is about the same as 45 minutes of like running and active stimulation.
Really? So you even get more stimulation, more exercise.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's like when you study, you get tired.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I didn't know that.
So one easy one we do at home, I do it with my dogs. I take a head of cabbage and I cut it in half, and then with little guys, I put it in quarters and I give it to them. And they like to chomp on it, they like to shred it, they like to eat it, they don't get gas, it doesn't give them, bad, so she's not really super interested in it because there's ham everywhere right now. But I give these to my dogs, I give them enrichment at least once a day.
Right.
So I'll also do a towel, I'll put treats inside the towel like this, just a plain old towel. Make sure you give them one that you're not sure, you don't mind if they might chew through.
Right.
And then you tie it into just a knot and you give it to them, and then they have to figure out.
That's a way to get to what works best. What kind of treat works best in there?
Something smelly.
Yeah, I was about to say something
smelly.
Something they can really
so in
tell
there, she's got ham in there, so you see she's starting to work it and figure out how to get it out. So the biggest thing with this is don't show them how to do it. You got to let them figure it out.
Okay.
And the last big one that's easy to do is taking them out on a long lead. You can get a lead that's about 30 feet. You can get them on Amazon. 30.
Why long lead?
So that they can have room, but you still have control.
Okay.
You don't want them running off, but you still want to have them leashed because it's leash laws in this.
Right.
And you want to let them sniff. You want to get them engaging that nose.
Okay. Yeah.
So vary your routes. Take them out on a long lead and just let them sniff it up, and that'll tire them out.
Wow, you've got some great tips for us. Do you have
going crazy.
You have an adoption special?
We
for
do.
us,
So
right?
San Antonio Pets Alive is currently running adoption special for the Animal Day, or National Animal Day, and we're
Look at this guy.
it's $25 minimum donation, but you name your price, and it's going on through Sunday.
Okay.
So please come down, foster, adopt with us with San Antonio Pets Alive. We having them in a home absolutely helps them adjust, and you're that stepping stone to get them out.
Well, thanks for being with us. Now, I got to
you.
think about that 15 minutes of mental stimulation.
Yep.
I wonder if that works for me as well. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much. A lot of good tips there.
Yeah.
All right. Stay with us because after the break,